back to another episode of My Watch Therapy. Today, another Seiko 5. I just can't stop. The SRPK33. Let's take a moment to connect with this fine timepiece. Very nice. Hopefully the background noise isn't too loud today. I'm shooting outside at a lovely park, kind of a woodsy park on the edge of the mountains here in Colorado, and it's just a beautiful day. We've been blessed with a lot of warm weather. Too warm, frankly. But here we are, and this is just, obviously, it's the dial. Look at the dial color. I mean, if that's your color or anything like that, then this is your watch. And for a modest price of, I think it's $325 suggested, you're just getting so much watch. I mean, I think right now they're off the charts. Seiko 5 is off the charts with value for money. I can't say that about Seiko proper. I think they blurred the lines a lot. They put some spring drive movements, if you know what that is, from Grand Seiko. They've sort of let those sort of meander down into the Seiko line, and they're charging $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a Seiko. You know, I just feel like they blurred those lines too much, and Seiko 5 makes no bones about it. They are just the most high value for money watch brand I know out there. Citizen does a lot of that. I will say Citizen's got a full spectrum of prices and plenty at the bargain level, and this one is certainly that. You can see the loomed hands and indices, and you can see the hands there. I mean, man, they're just popping green right now. It's pretty amazing the amount of day glow that's going on there. Just a super handsome case. It's a part of the SKX line, so it's like a basic design geometry. And a lot of people say it's kind of got this banana sort of shape, and that's what makes it comfortable. But I always say, but you got a very flat case back here that's not banana shaped. It is a see-through case back, and it's extremely comfortable, just sort of silky on your wrist. I think that maybe has more to do with the comfort. But that's just me. I believe that's kind of the deal for me, what I noticed. Putting it on, I also noticed the bezel action. It's unidirectional, only goes counterclockwise, and in this case, it's pretty tight contact. I mean, gosh, I'm not a wimp, but you really got to pay attention. You can't just quick set that. I mean, you got to really move that along. I mean, just spinning it, it just barely turns with each effort, but I guess in a marine environment or whatever, you are never going to mistakenly bump this and then change the setting on it so you lose your timing. That's never going to happen. This thing is super tight. You notice here it's got MIE. I am not fluent with Espanol, but I believe that's miércoles. It's a day of the week. What is that, Monday? I should know. High school was a long time ago. It's got a recessed crown here, and it's not, I'm testing it, it's not screw down, so careful with water, even though to me this looks like a great beach watch or something you would wear sailing, or just somewhere if you live in kind of a more aquatic or humid environment. It just kind of, to me, has that sort of feel to it. And but don't swim with it, and don't take a shower with it. I don't recommend that. I think it's too nice of a watch. I think you're just taking a chance there, and the gaskets start to get loose after a while, and even if it may, brand new, it might be all right, and later on, you never know when a little bit of water, especially ocean, seawater, salt water gets in there. It's got a really nice upgraded clasp system here. It's got kind of a bit of a clamshell there, and then the twin trigger there. I'm not going to mess with that. This is for sale, and it's still got the packaging on there. And like I said, it's $325, and I'll put a link in the description. I'm not selling it. It's from the Tick Tock Time Shop here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And they are a family-owned business, second generation, and do a lot of, even if you're looking for grandfather clock or cuckoo clock repair, they do a ton of that. One of the last people to do it, and consequently, I'll be honest, they usually have about a year waiting list, 6 months to a year to even get your clock fixed there. But they carry a lot of Seiko, a lot of Citizen, and Bulova, and a lot of other watches. So check them out. Check them out. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I think the indices are great looking. I love the 12 o'clock, that big old triangle with the point on it. It's got a 4R36 tried and true movement in there. It's 41 hours of power reserve, but it's a workhorse. It's in lots and lots of their watches for a reason, because they're very dependable. It's a 38 millimeter. It's a little smaller. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and it's a little on the small size for me. I think it wears like a true 38, and it's 38 by 44.2 millimeters, top to bottom, the lug to lug, which is really a lot of ways a more important measurement. That's how much of your wrist it would be taking up side to side. So I think I could recommend this, as high as a 7-inch wrist, but I wouldn't go much beyond that. It's personal preference, but I just think it looks tiny after that. Lastly, it's always a gripe. You've heard me say the beautiful polishing on the side is hidden, brushed on the top, and I feel like it should be the other way around, right? Polished on top, brushed on the sides. You never see it, and you set it down, and boom, it's just going to start scratching all the time. Don't care for that. But let me know what you think. That's just what I think, for what it's worth. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you taking of your little of your most precious commodity, which is time, watching my video here at My Watch Therapy. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I pride myself in getting back to every single comment. I call them compliments, and then even if some of them aren't, exactly PC or whatever, I can roll with that. I don't take it personally. Whatevs. If you care that much to put a comment in, then thanks for doing that. Either way, So this has been another episode, and this is the SRPK33, and this has been My Watch Therapy, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, and once again, thank you for watching.